I trusted her because she knew where my scars came from. She knew the names of the nights that broke me, the places I avoided, the sound my breath made when I was about to cry but refused to. I trusted her because she listened without interrupting, because she held my hands when my voice shook, because she looked me in the eyes and said, "I would never hurt you like that." That was the moment everything ended, even though I didn't know it yet. We met at a time when my life was quiet in the wrong way. Not peaceful, empty. The kind of silence that presses against your ears until you start inventing noise just to survive it. She arrived like warmth. Effortless, bright, convincing. She laughed easily and made pain sound temporary, like something you could outgrow if you just tried hard enough. When she asked about my past, I hesitated, but she leaned closer, lowered her voice, and said, "You can trust me." So I did. I told her things I had never spoken out loud. About the betrayal that taught me how fragile loyalty was. About the promise I made to myself to never need anyone again, and how lonely that promise became. She didn't flinch. She nodded, squeezed my fingers, and told me I was strong. Not the kind of strong people say when they don't want to deal with your weakness, but the kind that feels earned. I thought I had found someone rare. Someone safe. Trust doesn't break all at once. It cracks quietly, like ice under slow footsteps. The first sign was small, a pause when I walked into a room, a conversation that stopped too suddenly, her phone turning face down when I sat beside her. I noticed, but I dismissed it. I told myself I was paranoid, shaped by old wounds. She would never do that to me. She knew better. Then came the distance disguised as busyness. She stopped asking how I was and started telling me how tired she felt. Every conversation circled back to her problems, her stress, her need for space. When I tried to speak, she'd smile and say, "Not everything is about you." I swallowed my words. I didn't want to be needy. I didn't want to lose her. One evening, I heard my own secrets spoken in someone else's voice. We were at a small gathering. Laughter floated around the room, careless and sharp. I stood near the door, already feeling out of place, when I heard her name followed by mine. I wasn't meant to listen, but my body froze before my mind could stop it. "She's so dramatic," someone said, laughing. "Always talking about how people hurt her." Another voice replied, softer but unmistakably hers. "I know. She tells me everything. You wouldn't believe half the stuff she says." The air left my lungs. My chest tightened like it was trying to protect my heart by crushing it. She was laughing too. Laughing at the pain I had handed her like something sacred. I wanted to confront her right then. I wanted to scream, to demand an explanation, to watch her scramble for excuses. But I didn't. I stood there, invisible, learning the most painful lesson of all. Betrayal doesn't always come with anger. Sometimes it comes with amusement. That night, she acted normal, asked me if I was okay, told me she missed me. Her concern was perfectly practiced. I nodded and smiled, because something inside me had gone quiet. Not broken, alert, watching, waiting. After that, the truth revealed itself in pieces. I noticed how my words traveled faster than I spoke them. Things I had told only her appeared in casual conversations, twisted just enough to make me look unstable, weak, unreliable. She never defended me when others doubted me. In fact, she encouraged it, subtly, with raised eyebrows and half-smiles. When I finally confronted her, she looked offended, hurt even. She told me I was imagining things, that my past trauma was making me suspicious. She said, "I thought you trusted me." And just like that, she turned my trust into a weapon against me. I apologized. That still makes my hands shake when I think about it. I apologized for being hurt by her betrayal. I apologized for noticing. I apologized for expecting honesty. That's what manipulation does. It teaches you to doubt your own pain. But something had changed. I stopped sharing. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped reaching for her when I felt myself slipping. She noticed, of course. She accused me of pulling away, of becoming cold. She said she missed the old me, the open me, the version of me that didn't protect herself. I watched her carefully then. The way she needed control more than connection. The way she fed on admiration but offered no loyalty in return. The way she only valued people as long as they served a purpose. I saw it all, And once you see something clearly, you can't unsee it. The final blow came quietly. I found out she had been telling people a story about me, a story where she was the victim and I was the problem, where my vulnerability became manipulation and my honesty became instability. She had rewritten our history to make herself look kind and patient, and me look broken and ungrateful. I didn't confront her this time. I walked away, not with drama, not with speeches, not with revenge. I disappeared from her access. I blocked her number, removed her from my life, and let the silence speak for me. That silence hurt at first. It echoed with questions and self-blame. But slowly, it started to feel like space, like breathing room. Weeks passed, then months. I rebuilt myself without her watching. I relearned how to trust my instincts. I stopped explaining my boundaries and started enforcing them. I surrounded myself with people who didn't need my pain to feel powerful. People who didn't laugh at my wounds or use my past as entertainment. And then one day, I heard about her again. People had started to notice the pattern. The broken friendships. The stories that never quite lined up. The way she was always surrounded by chaos but never responsible for it. Someone asked me if what she said about me was true. I smiled. No, I said. But I hope she finds whatever she's looking for. That was the moment I realized I had won. Not because she lost, but because I was no longer playing her game. Trusting her taught me something brutal and necessary. It taught me that not everyone who listens cares. Not everyone who holds your hand means well. Some people learn your weaknesses just to prove they can hurt you with them. But it also taught me this. Surviving betrayal doesn't make you bitter. It makes you precise. You learn who deserves access to your heart and who doesn't. You learn that silence can be a boundary, not a weakness. You learn that walking away can be the strongest response. I trusted her. Then this happened. And I am still here, wiser, sharper, unbreakable in ways I never had to be before.